Hey, how's it going? I wanted to do a live one today because I think it's just because I think it's a nice little refresher for me personally. So this is me really playing. I did one of these on Minecraft a couple months back, and I liked it. I think they're a nice change of pace. I think after I make so many of these in a row, I get a little stun locked, and I just start putting out stuff I don't like. So yeah. In between my hobbies, I usually like to do a couple of side projects. This channel being one of them that I kind of started doing last year, or at least I got back into doing last year. And usually these projects don't go anywhere. They're usually just things to occupy my time in between, playing games or school or work, whatever I may be doing. And one that I was just kind of looking at recently was just coding basic HTML and setting up just like a little very simple text-based website, which sounds super like nerdy and stuff like that, but I really don't like programming. It's not really my thing. But I sort of realized that I feel like we now substitute blogs or websites that people used to make by just using multiple different types of websites. If you want to see the music somebody is... Alright, dude. If you want to see the music somebody's listening to, you find their Spotify or their SoundCloud. If you want to find photos that they post and stuff like that, you will go to Instagram or Facebook. If you want to see thoughts, things that they're just talking about, stuff like that, you can go to Twitter. And I feel like a lot of the stuff used to be condensed to one platform. I think a lot of people used to use Tumblr or other sites that would make things, that would make them for you. But a lot of people also, surprisingly, got pretty good at using HTML and making their own websites. Now, a lot of times it was a lot of copy and paste, just here, put this code in and you can edit it to your liking type deal. But I thought it was really cool, and I think something that we have lost as I think social media has gotten more streamlined. And it's definitely better that way, I think. The ease of use it's a lot easier to use for most people, and I think that it has helped the internet grow to kind of what it is now. But I got a little bit of that nostalgic feeling, and I've just kind of been on the side, just learning it very slowly and basically. And I probably won't go anywhere, but it kind of just got me thinking about stuff like that. It'd be cool to just have one website where you could go and kind of find everything, whether it is just links or kind of reposts of everything that I'm doing everywhere else. I thought it would kind of be cool to, when I'm making thumbnails or just have certain things that maybe I can't make into a full video, I could post stuff like that on a blog or something like that. I don't really like the term blog, so I don't know what I would call it. But it was just something I was thinking about. I think Badwater is probably my favorite map, as I can't even walk up the stairs. Badwater is always a map that I look for whenever I'm trying to do anything. This and... what is the other one? Is it Badwater? Wait, we're on Badwater. The one that looks like this kind of, but it's snowy. I recorded a ton of videos on that. Fun fact, that map for some reason runs very well compared to the rest of the maps. On my old computer that could never really get TF2 at 60 FPS while recording, that one always was able to do smoothly. So I have a ton of videos where that is the gameplay. There was a really great YouTuber. I actually have a playlist on my channel where I have some really cool videos that I've just found over the years, and I've kind of compiled and adding to over time, just this playlist of really cool videos. One of the videos that is in there is kind of about AI. I think it's called The AI Revolution is Evil to Its Core, something like that. It's a really good video, and the guy that makes that, along with a bunch of other videos, is really talented. He kind of had a website where he kind of catalogs his note-taking and his thought process as he is making his videos. And while I didn't think about it at the time, that is sort of also one of the inspirations for this little project that I'm working on. I think stuff like that is so inspiring. I don't really view anything that I'm doing on this channel to be super special. I know that I'm essentially just making gameplay videos. A lot of the creative part of this channel is the thumbnails, which is why I think the thumbnails, at least in my opinion, are a lot higher quality than, when you click on the video and it's just a gameplay commentary. I do stuff with like the audio to make it at least sound a little nice, and I do care about the overall quality of the video, but I don't think anything I'm doing is necessarily all that impressive or really interesting. So when I see another YouTuber output this super detailed and interesting content, I get super jealous, and I always want to kind of up the quality of the stuff I'm doing. Now, I have so much stuff going on outside of this channel, which is why I miss weeks all the time, and I'm not really uploading very consistently, but I always get these urges to make something a little bit greater. I have a couple ideas for things I could do like larger videos. I used to make more detailed videos. You know, I made like, I think one of my videos I'm most proud of is a review of Breath of the Wild I did. Nowadays, it's definitely not the best, but I mean, at the time, and appreciating it for when I made it and what I was doing around that time, I still really like it, and I think it's a well-structured, good video for a 16-year-old me, or however old I was, to make. And I've had a couple ideas for stuff I could do, but just nothing that I think has really pushed me to make that. I think game reviews and stuff like that, I don't really have anything unique to add, unless I found a game that I really, really enjoyed, which I do have a couple that I've played recently and that I have really enjoyed, but nothing I think to maybe the extent that I'd want to pour like a month into making a really high quality video about. And also, I enjoy doing stuff like this. You know, this channel isn't anything serious for me. It's something that I can devote my time to one day out of the week, and gives me fulfillment reading comments and seeing people like it or what they think about it, etc. Stuff like that. One other project I was kind of working on was messing around with Godot or Godot. I'm not entirely sure how you say that. It's an open source game engine that's pretty friendly to new users, and I mentioned earlier I don't really like coding, and even though you still do, well, that is a lot of people, and even though you do still have to code, it is something that I've just kind of been messing around with nodes and all that jazz, and I know literally nothing about game programming or anything like that, but maybe it'd be cool to just keep up with it here and there over the next couple years and learn a thing or two. I'm like not killing anybody, and I'm just dying and running around. I feel like a lot of my hobbies are these projects that just kind of turn into little interests that I don't really dive into completely. I wish I had something that I was fully into. I have a couple friends who have these really niche and really in-depth interests that they're like super knowledgeable about, and I always get a little jealous because I feel like I'm not really a jack of all trades, but I am into a lot of things, but I'm not really into one thing. And I guess being into a lot of things is helpful whenever I need to like make a video. I think making videos are, you know, you're using Photoshop for the thumbnails, your video editing, when putting everything together, you have to edit the audio. So it's good for stuff like that, but I don't know. I thought about learning Blender here and there and stuff like that because one of my friends uses that, and I always get really jealous when he shows me his cool projects that he's working on, and all I have to show is this cruddy YouTube channel or whatever. I guess one final thing that I was thinking about is I am, I've said it before, I've joked around, unfortunately being a TF2 channel. I think that's kind of what I am because it's the main game that I've been playing on this channel for a long time. I think it is a relaxing game that I'm pretty comfortable in just sitting down and recording whenever I want to make a video. But I would kind of like to move away from that. Or not really move away from it, but not really be stuck to that stigma. I haven't done it a lot recently, but usually I will try to splice in gameplay from other games, whether it's like, I think the most recent one was Portal or Minecraft. I know I use Titanfall here and there, just because I think I play a lot of games, and the only time I play TF2, for the most part, unless a friend will invite me to very rarely, is when I am making these videos. And I have so many other interests and stuff that it'd be cool to show off those games when I'm making these videos. I guess the only other issue is the only way I really know how to make thumbnails is with SFM and Photoshop, and I haven't really found a unique and interesting way to make thumbnails without using SFM, for example. And with SFM, it's so much easier just to drag and drop the scout model or whatever else is in there and make a thumbnail out of that than relearning, you know, whatever it may be. That's another reason why I thought of picking up Blender. Maybe I could, instead of making my thumbnails in SFM, pose and model stuff in Blender. That is so much more in-depth. You know, SFM is so basic and user-friendly that something like Blender is much more daunting. I think it's kind of all I wanted to talk about today. Sorry if the gameplay was pretty boring and this is just another live commentary video, but sometimes I like doing this to give myself a little bit of a break and just kind of be really raw. You know, I don't script any of these videos, but I do still kind of try and organize my thoughts and have a concise video. So these are a nice change of pace every now and then. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, Twitter's in the description. Like I said, who knows? Maybe there'll be a link to a website down there someday. Who knows if I keep up with it? Probably not. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys.